And this is one of the reasons that I'm a great writer is I always put the reader first. I always put the recipient of the art first, more than what I want to say. This is why I can look at a poem or I can look at something and discard it totally and say, no, that's not working. Let's start again. Because I may want to write about something, but if it's not coming or it's not working well, the hell with it. Just start over again. You can always start over again. But as far as the framing too, it's just like I said, trying to keep a hold of the person and the reader and their likes and dislikes and whatnot. Because a lot of you have to also give people little things, little poetic moments, little things, little Velcro like things that stick in their mind. Later in the book, towards the end of the book, Jessica said one of her favorite moments is towards the end where Andy Warhol and Bit von Rheingold are in a hospital after Bit has woken up out of his LSD trip, and there's a little fly that buzzes around the hospital, and that's just a way to narratively give little things to put things in perspective. That there's more going on in the world than just Bit von Rheingold or the characters of this book. This is just, even though it's a long and huge and complex look at something, this is a microscopic look at a brief moment in time in this fictive universe. And these characters are not always important. One of the books that I start out with, I think it's a book called Helena Quinn Malley. I believe it's that book, which is a book where a series of short stories about a character, where the character only appears once in a brief scene, but it's the character in cameo. And I believe I start that book out with the running of Triceratops or Stegosaurs or something, dinosaurs running millions of years ago. And I use that as a metaphor and then drift into the main title. That's probably my best example of taking something poetic and then just shifting it into something else. But so that's basically why I do it, though, just to retain the readership. Because if you look between chapter 6 and chapter 7, chapter 6 ends with that this might occasionally result in a thing like hypocrisy with just one of life's slight ironies and humorous episodes, like seeing a Tony Award-winning stage actor end up doing a guest starring role in a bad television sitcom just to meet some medical bills payments. It was said that on his death, the Texan fell into a melancholy, and this may be one of the chapters that the editor says that we didn't have an end to. And then it was in the Great Green Tosser of the Canyon. So we end with a chapter that's using one type of device that is sort of just falls away. And then it was in the green torso of the canyon. Just that kind of phrasing. The green torso of the canyon, not the green body, not the green essence of the canyon, the green torso. So we have something that's very much embodied as a human element in something that's unhuman. It's just little things like that.
That contrast between the big and small to the dream torso of Cam, and then it connects to a dream.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a two-part question related to this book. First of all, I have to mention what you just said. So in the Vincetti brothers, you'd see how chapters sometimes completely align with each other. One chapter will end, and then a device will appear in the next chapter, and it will be connected to how the first chapter ended. This one, like you said, it uses many different techniques, but they all cohere because of the metaphysical nature of the book. The setup at the beginning is very important because then you can be much more flexible in how you use the different techniques. So I wanted to make note of that.